we need to get this out of the way because, like, okay, that was so. That was so fucking dumb. Oh my god. Hi, hello, what's Gucci, what's popping? I am so sorry for how this started because what the fuck? I have no idea what the hell that was. I need to get this out of the way. I know my mic looks crazy right now. I am waiting for my what's the word for the thingy to put on my mic, so my P's and T's and S, and just so the little sounds don't sound as crazy as it does without it. Because seriously, I've had so many podcasts that I filmed and that I just didn't post, which we will talk about, because as you can see, the title of this podcast today, guys, as serious of a conversation that it is, you are at the wrong place if you think that this episode is going to be serious, because it's not. As it is, but like it's not going to be like something so and like something so deep and like something so like formal and something. I'm on the other side of this. I'm on the other side of the ED, the words that I cannot pronounce on YouTube, because by the way, like, censoring is insane these days, and I want this to get out there to as many people as possible. So it is what it is. I did what I can. I'm finally on the other side of it. I'm finally happy to talk about it because I've spoken about it. I've spoken about it. I talked about it with the people close to me. I've spoken about it to my family because my family is the people that I care about, and the only people whose opinion really is gonna do anything to my person. So I was able to have a conversation with those people. My family also includes my friends, because the few friends that I have, they are my family, and because we support each other, we celebrate each other, we keep each other accountable, we're very real to each other, and we're able to have uncomfortable conversation just like we have the best conversations to each other. And I can truly call a lot of these women my sisters, and I'm happy with the people in my circle, and I've spoken about the situation to the people in my circle. And if you're in my circle and somehow this hasn't gone to you and now you're listening to this here, well, this is how you're listening to it, and it is what it is. My love for you is still as big as you think that it is. It's just that like it just didn't come up in the conversation. Conquering this thing that has been lurking over my mind, my soul, my being for the past 7 years has been a lot. One of the reasons that I moved from Montreal to Ottawa, one of the reasons that I haven't posted as much is all tied up to this thing that I was able to conquer. This thing that just recently I was able to fully say that I'm on the other side of things, and that things are fucking going well in that aspect of stuff. And it's nice to have done the work and to have had the many catalytic situation that brought me to be able to think about how this happened. Because with a situation like this, it's good to do after accepting that you're in a situation. Oh, also, before I even start, subscribe. Hi, hello, subscribe. I'm gonna do my annoying stuff that I have to do. Subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, leave a review, do what you gotta do, okay? But give me the love. I need the love. I want this message to be able to reach a lot of people, because I am not the only person who has had an ED and who has never seen their situation represented enough to even be able to identify to this. So I'm here to do that. I'm here to do that because ouch, oh my god, I have a anklet that I got from my trip, and it just, anyways, whatever, I hurt myself. I want to be able to put this out there to as many people as I can. I forgot to do something. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review on all podcasts. I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on Spotify, I'm on everything. Everything that you can stream from, I'm there. Everything that you can watch a video from, because there is also a video version, I am there. Go find me. Go find me. Conquering this you have to, one, accept the situation that you're in, which is already a lot to do, because if you could have told me, like, did I have many times that, like, I looked at my situation and I was like, this is not normal? Yes. Did I ever really do anything about it? No, because I just kept the cycle going. And one thing about me, I ain't no freaking hula hoop. I'm not gonna do a cycle. And another thing about me is I'm not gonna be a fraud. And I felt like a fraud once I accepted my situation. And I was like, we're gonna turn some things around. When I had a few moments of thinking about my situation and of truly looking forwards and wondering, okay, well, what can I do now to help to, like, bring me closer to the final stage of this? Moving from Montreal back home was one of those things. So, and another thing is also discovering where it comes from. No, when it started and where it comes from. Wow, English. Where it started and when it come from. Wow, I'm gonna try again. When it started and where it comes from are two different things. Wow, I'm able to speak today. I love that for me, because it doesn't happen really often. Because of all of those things, those two completely different things that you need to figure out when you're doing shadow work. Because this is what I'm trying to teach the people today. I'm trying to teach y'all how to shadow work, because as much as people want to tell you to do it, to work with your inner child and do the shadow work, I think that being able to be an example for the people is how you're able to truly guide the people. Because I had the blessings of being guided by my ancestors, by the universe, by God, by whoever. I know, like, whatever it is, I was guided to be able to work through my shit and to be able to share this message, and I'm doing it. When it started is 7 years ago. After my abusive relationship, I've mentioned it a few times on this podcast. In 2017, I came out of 2 years of abuse, physical, mental, financial, emotional, spiritual, all of what you can think. I was able to survive censorship. I was able to survive a lot of my DV situation and never look back after being able to leave one time, which I take a lot of pride in, because I hate this freaking word. Because even in French, statistiquement parlant, never mind, it was actually really easy in French. That's a lie. Statistically speaking, because of statistics, stats. In the stats, it shows that like it takes people 7 times to truly get out of the situation. And I'm proud to say that it only took me once and I never looked back. Did I put myself into the situation where I could have been still mentally abused in some ways or emotionally abused in some ways? Yes. But did I get out of those situations as well? Yes. And coming out of that situation, I was not eating. I was not eating because obviously I was not doing great mentally. So eating was the last thing on my mind. So that with wanting to lose weight, because at the time I had gained weight because I was poor. So all I could eat was shit food. I didn't have money to go to the gym. So I had gained weight, as one does. And so to avoid that, because I grew up in the early 2000s when heroin, wow. Am I hitting puberty? Yes. Second puberty for women. For people. Heroin chic used to be a thing when I grew up. To be the thin, to be like what, the models, especially because I'm a fashion girly, so I followed a lot of fashion stuff. And back then, being the thinnest of the thinnest was like what was wanted to be in the industry. Being a very tall and very, 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 very thin. It's not like it is today. I'm like, as much as I would not want to be a child in today's world, because and that's also why I'm doing this, because I can be a better example for my nieces and my nephew. Heroin chic was a thing. Being thin was a thing. So after going through what I did, because I also so I got myself a latex waist trainer, and I was just going for walks like hours in a day, and I was at the gym 3 hours at a time. And my reason why I was at the gym 3 hours a day for like years, for like 2-3 years for 3 years after coming home from that situation, I was at the gym like 3 hours a day once, because I wanted to escape my home. My relationship with my parent was not great at the time. My relationship with my family was not the best at the time, due to many reasons, due to obviously what I went through in that situation, and just where I was mentally, and what I was trying to do, which was to do better. Second of all, external validation. I already look nice. I am an East African woman, so my ass is fat regardless. And at that time, my waist was non-existent. So like getting the praise and approval and stuff from people, although I didn't want it, even though I didn't want it for some people, I wanted it from some other people, and I was getting it. So of course I'm gonna be there as much as possible, because that's where I feel the best, at the gym. So putting the extensive gym with me not eating a lot, I lost a lot of weight. I lost the weight so quick, and I got fabulous and snatched to the gods so quick that my brain was like, not eating and going to the gym a lot is how you keep that sexy body of yours. That's getting you the external validation that you've been wanting, because that's just not something, well, not that it's not something that you got, but it is something that your brain has conditioned you to think that that's how you should be fucking moving in life, which is not. But if it is, and if it's your situation right now, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm the proof that there is a life on the other side of that, of external validation from the opposite sex or from the same sex, depending on what your sexual orientation is. Whatever it is for you that gets you that external validation that then makes you think that you're gonna feel good, then that's what it is. So that is how this started. And I want to say that I upheld that for, like I said, 7 years, up until March. From June 2017 up until March this year, this is the lifestyle that I had, which was as it follows. I would eat a little bit. So not only did I work at a bar at some point throughout this journey, and I could be on my feet 10 hours a day. Eating, you don't have time to eat because I get on my feet 10 hours a day. And so you get a bite every 3 hours, and then I'm smoking a shit ton. So like, that's how my body conditioned to survive for a whole year. And so that added to the lifestyle, like, again, that I was living. And so again, this added to the exercising, because even on top of being on my feet 10 hours a day in a bar that had a second level, which means that I'm doing up and down stairs during summer, like, you guys obviously this is what was happening. So I would eat the equivalent of one meal. And when I say one meal, I mean one dinner plate, which means a good portion of meat, veggies, and starch, whatever it is. The equivalent of one good plate of dinner, I was eating that in a matter of 3 days. That was my life for 7 years. I lived with my family throughout that time, and even while living with my family, I was able to uphold that lifestyle without them noticing. Whether it was sneaking away to throw away my food, saying that I'm not hungry and I'm gonna eat the food the next day for lunch, and I bring it for lunch and I just end up throwing it away, and then I just eat at home when we're eating dinner so they can see that I'm eating, and I'm still not even finishing my plates. Like, that's just the freaking. And even if, especially your parties, was easy, because when we have family events or when I go to parties, nobody has the time to focus on me eating or finishing my plate or whatever I do with my food. So it's easy to just sneak away and just not finish. It's easy to say, oh, I just don't feel good today, I don't feel like eating a lot. Or it's easy to say, oh, I'm just gonna eat it tomorrow, and just not eating it. Like, that's just what my life was. That's just what it was. And that's how, and another reason why I even was able to think through this whole situation to not repeat bullshit is because I felt like a fraud. And one thing about me, I am not a fraud. I am as authentic as they come. It took me a while to get here, although my entire life I was, because I was a sprinkle goddess. If you got the sprinkle, you know you do. If you're not neuro D and if you're not a neuro D and you don't know what having sprinkle is, then this is not a message for you. But like, knowing now that like I was just sprinkled by the gods my entire life, and that like this is what made me so different and so fucking great if you ask me. That's what it is. And so one thing about me is that I didn't want to feel like a fraud. And getting compliments on my body from several women and them asking me how I'm doing it and me just telling them, oh, I just go to the gym, which is true. I was going to the gym, but I was also starving myself. Like, if you know the feeling of starvation, which is, for me, the best explain it is when your stomach is eating itself and you feel like everything is retracting to the inside, and it's like and then like it even hurts to swallow. That's how starving it can get. If you understand the feeling, and this is the only way that I explain it. If I didn't feel that feeling for like at least many times a day, I wasn't doing a good job. I was seeking that feeling. If I didn't wake up in the morning feeling that feeling, I did not do a good job that day, so I have to do better this day. Like, that's just how it was for me. And then once I ate, I could only eat 2 bites because, of course, that's just like my brain had conditioned me, because when that was from working at the bar. My brain had conditioned me that like after hours of feeling this feeling of starvation, after 3 bites, I'm good enough to keep going and keep doing what I gotta do. And that's just how I lived. That's just how I lived. Even going to friends' houses, I could go to my friend's place and I would eat, but like this would probably be the only time that I ate for the next 24 hours. Nobody in my life knew. Even myself, I wasn't even fully aware of what I was doing, and that's what it was. It took me a while. And once I moved to Montreal, my favorite thing to do, which I said, and people who know me know, I love to host people. I love to cook for people. Active services is how I give love. Active services, gift giving, that's just how I live. I give love. And so if you're hungry and you lived in Montreal, come to my place and I will feed you. And not gonna lie, that was a way for me to eat. Even like while cooking, I never even took bites of my food. And then I would plate for everybody. Everybody would get a bigger portion than myself, but I would still eat in front of them. And then that would be probably the only food that I would eat for a day. I had people come and live with me. I had one person come and live with me. I don't even think she noticed that I didn't eat, because I didn't eat when she wasn't home. But when she came back home, after like doing what she had to do, we would eat together. And those were the only time that I ate, really, like truly. And so that's how I just was able to do it, you know? And now, actually, and then once I was in Montreal, actually, in January is when not only did I lose my job that I had in Montreal, but a lot of things were happening with me mentally. And mentally in the sense that, like, spiritually speaking, I was doing a lot of shadow work, and the universe and my ancestors, because I am asking for guidance, they're making things happen to me that I have to do the guidance that I'm being guided to do, you know? So I was doing the work, you know, and things kept happening because, as you know, it gets hard before it gets really freaking good. I was getting the hard. I was in the hard part. And I was scaring myself. I think I scared myself at some point because I scared myself at some point because I just didn't eat for days. To like my food, like I'm doing my groceries and like half of the, like 3/4 of the food that I buy just dies because I'm not eating. So that's just crazy to me. And I was scaring myself because I'm like, that's not a life that I want to live. Oh, that wasn't even in January. Part of my tiny thing that I forgot. That was November. And I hadn't lost my job yet. But November, I had to reflect on my gardening, my herbs consumption. Wow, 2 different words. My herbs consumption. I had to reevaluate my situation because it wasn't just herbs that was in it. It was also can I say cigarettes online? I'm pretty sure I can say cigarettes online. Oh my god, you know what kind of, this is the type of life that we're living, and I'm not subscribing to that. Anyways, I digress. I was mixing a lot of, I want to say that one cylinder of herbs was 60% herbs and 40% cigarette. That's what it was. And that came from a habit that I had while I was with the partner that was abusive to me. And because that was his lifestyle, because I had to keep up, because I didn't want to be, because of many reasons that you do things when you're in an abusive relationship. That is a habit that I upheld. At the same time, a lot of people in my life that I was around a lot because of work or because of other things, they smoke cigarettes. So in my brain, I was telling myself that like I was buying cigarette for my friends. I was buying it to be like to be able to what's the word? I was basically being a good Samaritan by having a pack of cigarettes and just giving them away, because at least it's like, it's not just for me. Like those were the reasons that I was telling myself. But at that point, I knew I was done with it, because other physical things were happening that for me, I was like, I know it's caused from this, and this gotta stop. I mean, obviously, and cigarette being another repellent for hunger, this was just like perfect combo for the situation that I was in. And I truly believe that was the first step that I took to start eating better, because I stopped smoking for 5 months. I stopped smoking for 5 months because I wanted to start eating properly again, and I wanted to be able to not only, like, the people that say that like, oh my god, you can't stop anytime. Yeah, you can. And that was me stopping because I wanted to do better, because I wanted to rewire my brain. I was doing some hard rewiring, and that's what it took, the first steps to do. I wanted to start eating again properly with my own, and truly connecting my body, my mind again in the healthiest way possible. So I stopped smoking for five months. I moved back to Ottawa. Because again, the January stuff happened, and I was like, a lot of things are pointing me to go back to Ottawa because I have unfinished business and I want to handle them. It's time for me to do that. So here I go, moving. And all this time I'm not going to the gym because my reason for going to the gym was to escape. And it was for external validation. And by that point, I didn't need neither of those because I had worked through those things. Me and my parents and my family, we are super close. We still are today. And we are all healing together, trying to at least. And so my relationship with my parents, fucking amazing. Love them to death. Love you always. Like, my relationship with my siblings is great. Even today, even conquering my ED, like, brought me back again closer with my brother, because me and my brother, we have such a strong soul contract that, like, we are each other's catalysts. We are each other's triggers. So, like, that's why, like, I've grown to understand that with the situation that I conquered. So things were good. And so and because I liked how I looked at that point, I didn't have a reason to be at the gym, really. And that bothered me a little bit. And so me eating normally again, me not going to the gym, but I was still going for walks because walking is great. Like, I started to gain weight, which was normal. And it was good weight because I was not eating. Again, my upper body was very, very tiny. My lower body, because I was working at a gym, and genetics, of course, my ass stayed fat because I made sure it stayed fat. And so I started gaining a little weight, which was good. And then June happened, where I met my current love of my life, the greatest person that, again, y'all saw me on this podcast for years, talking about how I feel lonely and how I need somebody and how I'm excited because I'm working on myself so I can attract the right person. I attracted that. I attracted exactly that. I attracted a real divine masculine, as me, myself, am a divine feminine. I found my divine masculine, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but being in a healthy relationship truly makes you a better person. And so this happened. We have a different, this happened, he ends up moving here, we move in together because I want him to be able to smoothly make a transition from his life then to his life now. I wanted to make sure that he could still eat a lot of the things that he ate. And because we grew up in different backgrounds, we didn't have the same level of knowledge in healthy foods. And so I ate what he ate because I just wanted to make him happy and I just wanted to make him good. But at that, with not working out, and y'all know how it ends up, I started getting a shit ton of weight to the point that like even my body was showing it to me. And me being a sprinkled child, a sprinkled person, I noticed everything times a fucking 1,000. So that's something that, of course, I started noticing everything, which made it worse for me. When you think about it, it made it worse because it just made me spiral on everything that brought me to here, brought me to even have this ED in the first place, that brought me to having the behavior that I have in the first place. And so I relapsed, I guess, in certain ways. I relapsed and I started starving myself again. But the thing is, having the partner that I have, he notices everything. Having a partner that notices without you having to point out and having to say is literally truly a blessing. And he notices. And so asking me like what I ate, he notices that I'm not eating a lot. And then just like, and if you know one thing about the body, because I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete since I'm 4 years old. I went to high school in a like sports program. Like, I'm an athlete. I know how the body works. I know how nutrition works. I know what it does to the body. So I knew what was happening to me. And instead of using the knowledge that I have to do better, I was stuck in a cycle of abuse with my own self. And so obviously when you starve yourself and you're already chunky, and you starve yourself and then you eat, it's gonna keep everything and it's gonna store everything. The body's gonna store because it doesn't know when you're gonna eat next. This is survival time. The body's gotta survive. So like you have to so you're just gaining more. So that's why it's like, if you are somebody that wants to like have a healthier physique, fucking eat, but eat good. And that's something that I knew. All of those things are things that I know. However, shadow work, trauma will make you do the opposite of what you know you should be doing. That's just what it was. So January happened. January, I was like, we're starting the year right. We're working out 5 days a week. Me and my man, we're working out 5 days a week at home because I'm starting to find again, like, working out with my boyfriend has been great because it has helped me like find, oh wow, my glasses were like, I am a robot. Sorry. The video aspect really got to me. I'm so sorry. Working out with my boyfriend really got me back to loving to work out because I'm helping him. Okay. I was like, I want to help him work on himself, so let's fucking do it together. And so this brought back liking working out together because I see how he's improving and I love that for him. And I helped him get there, so of course I can help myself get there. However, you can't get yourself there if you're not listening and if you keep repeating cycles. So like, I was still not eating right. I could still spend a day not eating, and then, and because I don't lie to people, if my boyfriend asks me if I ate, I will tell him that I did not, and I will feel guilty about that. And one thing about me, we don't feel those low vibration. Guilt is a low vibration, and I don't like feeling that. So I was like, I have to do something to not get back to those lower frequencies. I just don't want that for me. I don't want that for myself. Where is my water? I didn't want that for myself. I wanted to be good. Okay, because like, the one thing with healing is that it only happens when you're just tired of yourself. Truly, sincerely, you're not going to change if you're okay with your situation, if you're okay with your behavior. You only change when you're tired of your own fucking stupid bullshit. As simple as it is, that's what it is. But that is the solution to the question. If you wonder why you're not changing, is because somehow, somewhere, you're happy with your situation and you're content and comfortable in your situation. So why change if you're okay with your situation? I was not. February happened. So January, like I said, we're working out every day. We're eating what I want us to eat, but because I'm not eating properly, like constantly, like I should be eating, nothing much is changing. Usually for me, once I get my mind on it, losing weight is not hard, but it's hard because my mind was still not right. I was still going back to my old ways to lose weight, which is to starve myself. And knowing that I was asking my ancestors to guide me to find a way to love myself in the body that I am, love myself and my vessel, I had to walk the walk, man. I can't just be talking and like not doing what I have to do and not treating my body right and say that like I want to love it. That's not loving. Starving myself is not loving myself. Point blank, period. And again, that's me being a fraud, and I don't want to be that. So since I know I'm asking the universe and my ancestors to guide me, I am noticing that nothing is changing. It's not changing as quickly as it usually is. And this causes me to spiral again because I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What is happening? What could I be doing better? February happens. I'm triggered by another comment made on my body and which made me relapse even more. You know, it's not just once in a while that I'm starving myself. It's like twice a week at this point for like a month. It was not good. And that entire time, my man, being the wonderful man that he is, he was there to support me. He was there to hold me and all of that. He was there to keep me accountable and pushing me to do better, and that's all I could ask for, really. And that's all you could really ask for. Like, it's really in situations like this that you know if your person is truly your person, because it got ugly. It got ugly real quick. It got really ugly real quick, and never did I ever feel an ounce of shame thrown from his way. Never did I ever feel unloved or unsupported. If anything, it's probably the most love that I felt. Although, like, being loved by this man is like being loved by like 1,000 children that you literally like brought out of fucking homelessness, like literally. So that was a weird analogy. I'm so sorry about that. No, I'm not. So with all of that, March, which was 2 months ago, end of March, I'm catching myself again. I mean, I'm still not digging as much as I should. Truly, the digging happened this month. I will be completely honest. If anything, the real digging happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Why? Because when I was triggered once again by this person that loves to trigger the fuck out of me, because again, you won't get change if you keep doing the same thing. So to avoid getting the same result, I'm trying to do different. So I try to come and confront the situation with an informative perspective instead of anger and I'm right and you're wrong perspective. Like, I want to come with an informative perspective because I know what's happening to me. You know, because throughout those months between January and this month, I spoke about it with a few people. I started with my friends that I call my sisters. One being Gabby, my man's sister, but also my second older sister figure that I've had for years now, and then my best friend Chloe. I was able to open up to them first, and their reaction was nothing but the best thing that I could ever have. They were able to hold so much space for me, and they were able to express themselves for their own situation, which made me, it's always situation like this that sometimes they need to happen to realize that you're like, people are people. We all go through a bunch of shit, and a lot of times, people that flock together, it's usually for many, many deep layers of similarities. And so I felt seen, I felt supported, I felt loved, as I should feel from the love from my soul sisters. And so and then from there, I was like, okay, time to go to my next soul sister, which is my blood sister. We grew up in the same era, because everything my sister did, I just needed to be on the same level. Like, she's my biggest inspiration as a woman. Like, my sister is just the best, truly. And so, and we throughout the years, we were able to have conversations that made us realize that a lot of the more negative aspects of our lives were the some of the darkest aspects of our lives were similar things that we lived, and that we lived not only separately but together, and we were able to speak about it. And so talking about deep stuff and deep heart stuff with my sister has gone so easy throughout the years, because it took us having conversations to be able to hold each other's space properly. Was it bad at times? Yes. There were many times that me and my sister had disagreement while trying so hard to understand each other and to be there for each other, that today, because even the best relationships take a lot of work and take a lot of effort, and even the ones that you think are supposed to be easy, with my sister, like, she's my blood. And even we had our moments and disagreements and times that we were not agreeing, and we were able to work through that. And my sister's my best friend. Like, so she was the other person that I went through, and the reason why I went to her third is because my direct family is the only, when I say my direct family, I mean us five. I mean my parents, my siblings, and I. Like, us five's opinions is the only opinion that will ever truly impact me. Yes, my friends that I call my family are on the level, or they are on a slightly below level of that. But the Fab Five, les cinq doigts de la main, were up here my entire life. Yes, outside opinion can affect me, but not as much as theirs is the true shit, because they really know me. They're the ones that truly know me, because I'm the realist with them. So of course only they truly know what the fuck they're talking about if they're gonna talk about me. Plus, it comes from a place of love, because they're my direct family, so it's never something that, like, I need to worry about. So that's why going to her third happened, because I knew that her opinion would impact me so much, but I also knew that I wasn't going to be disappointed by going with her. But I had been so comfortable talking about it, because I spoke about it with people before. It was easier to speak about it with her. Oh, by the way, guess what? It gets easier when you talk about it. Oh, who would have freaking thought? Who would have thought that the more you talk about out loud about your situation that is negative, the easier it gets to confront it, and the easier it gets to share about it. Oh wow, who would have thought? Me, because I know this isn't my first rodeo of breakthrough and of doing something good for myself so I can do better. So I speak to my sister. Of course it goes well, and because I spoke to my sister about a situation, when I was triggered in May this month, when I was triggered for the last time, I love to say, when I was triggered for the last time, like I said, I wanted to come more with an informative way instead of anger, and instead of like coming from a negative energy. Really, I just wanted to come, because moving with love means educating people in a loving way. And my brother, well now we know who it is. My brother doesn't know. He didn't know what I went through, and I don't think that I even knew me myself what I went through. So because I wanted to come in an informative way, because I wanted to come in an informative way to my brother, I had to dig back to figure out where it started. Now that we're at where it comes from, I'll do it so quickly, because I feel like this podcast is going to be so long if I go through every detail. Well, I feel like I should still, because might as well, we're here. Why am I talking if not to give details? So I'm going to give the details. It took me realizing that from the age of 4, there's always been somebody who's had an opinion on my body, and they made sure to tell me, and they made sure that I was aware. From the age of 4, meaning, I've had uncles that have made comments, aunties, kids at school, kids in kindergarten. And then if you grow, you have teachers, you have other kids at school, you have coaches, because I was doing a lot of sports. So you have coaches. I mean, fuck. Like, and not only that, like, went through lots of traumatic shit, because I had one uncle that likes to diddle kids, and apparently I was one of the victims. Like, and also coming to terms with that was also something. And so like that, plus being in the 3rd grade and having a teacher tell me that I should consider getting a bralette, because like you know what I mean, like, just making me so like, I was too young to be so aware of my body. Like, I cannot be what was it, kindergarten, and then me being the only black child in a sea of white kids, having girls coming to me like commenting on how like my stomach comes out more than them, and they're asking me why my body looks so different. Dude, we're in kindergarten, you know. I was just a healthy black child in a sea of people that don't have the same body composition as I do. But that makes you think, and that makes you obviously react to things. And so from that age, I started sucking in my stomach from the age of 5 until I was 25. So for 20 years, you know. So for those times that I was like, oh my god, I have abs, they're not abs, they're just my ribs that grew up weird because I was sucking in so much. The fuck? Like, I deformed my body from sucking in my stomach since the age of 5, but that's what I. And how do I know about sucking in? Because my sister, who at that point is 11, and obviously she's a preteen, so she's on the MySpace, she's on the everything. I have access to a computer, so I know what the fuck is on the internet already. And again, the heroin chic, which was already a thing, and that I noticed, I wanted to look like them. And there's no representation for me, y'all. It's not until I was like 12 that my dad got us BET, so we were able to like see people that looked like us on no, that's a freaking 12. You know, 11 or 12. So basically, that, the diddling, the teachers, my sport, like my grade 5. In my school, we had high fences because we were on the street that was not the most secure for kids. So we had very, very high fences. I was leaning on said fence, and some weirdo old man tapped me on the shoulder and asked me how I felt about being more developed than my friends. I'm in 5th grade. I'm in fucking 5th grade. So that, and just so much else. High school being like, and not only that, at that time, like, I realized that my body is really the only thing that matters about me, because that's clearly the only thing that people like to talk about. Plus the external validation, plus the sexual confusion from like shit that happened to me when I was a child. So like high school was just weird because obviously, and early puberty, something that I was able to express to my mom is that early puberty, gaining weight is normal because you're in puberty. And my dad used to call me fat in his ways. He thought that they were just cute nicknames, but like my dad would call me fat. My brother did too. So like the 2 men in my family are telling me that I look a certain way. No wonder that I spent years looking for male validation, because the ones in my homes were not validating me as the girl that I was. So high school was weird. High school was me using my body just to get the validation that I was so dearly craving and hoping for, and also to feel accepted, because like I was weird. You know, being neuro D and having sprinkles, like I was a fucking weirdo. And I've been told so many times that I'm a weirdo, and at some point I just took it as a compliment, because I'd rather be weird than normal, because y'all are boring as fuck, truly. So being a weirdo, And then also being pretty, but only for my body and stuff. Like, I just went with it because I'm like, at least I'm getting validated somewhere, So after that, so those was where really it all started. When you think about it, is that like, which explained why later the same person was my trigger, and I was able to work through that, and I was able to explain that to him. And that's how I was, and doing all this digging, realizing that I never had the chance to have in my own opinion on my body, because even after my abusive relationship, because I truly wanted to just find someone and something, I went again, continuing the same cycle over and over and over again, which landed me to the partner that I have today, who's loved me for the past 8 years for everything but my body, because that's just not where he was or the type of person that he is. And having somebody that truly loves you for how you are and who you are, and that can support you through the harder and the good time, the harder and the good time, your harder and the good time. So having you be able to dig through all of that, I was unable to share with my brother, and that was very healing to me. And I think that I love to think that it was a catalyst for him, because again, we're each other's catalytic beings. So I hope it did what it gotta do, but for me it did a lot. And other things that helped me is, I don't recommend that, so obviously that's why I'm doing it. Don't go online and watch those what I eat in a day videos. Bodies are made different. Why would we have different DNAs just to look the same and be the same and feel the same and all being copies of each other? If that were the case, we would all have the same DNA, and this would be just an incest fest everywhere. Bodies are different. I am a proud indigenous East African woman, and I'm going to look like the women that look like me. Why would I try to fit myself in a box that I was never made to fit in? And this works for other situations in life, which is why if you show me once that you don't give a fuck, I will happily walk away, because walking away from somebody that doesn't give a fuck for me turns me towards somebody that will, and that we will be able to have a fulfilling relationship and connections with each other. And that's just how I am now today. I want to be a great example for my nieces, and that's something that's always been something that motivated me in terms of doing better, is wanting to be a great example for them. I have three beautiful nieces, and I have a wonderful nephew, and I want to be a good example for them. Shut up! Thinking about them doing what I was doing broke my heart, and I was like, this cannot be the life that I'm living. This was after doing the thinking and like just things confirming, like after I was able to go to the other side and really think through everything and be able to do like, oh my god, 1 + 1,000 equals, oh my god, this is why I'm not doing well in that aspect in my brain. Well, I was able to just keep finding reasons to continue and to accept the route that I'm taking and to do better for that. I mean, shit, since April, I've already started losing weight from the weight that I had gained, because again, I was starting to be already in a better mindset. I was not only that, I was just showing up. At that point, I was just showing up. And it was already starting to show. I was eating more. And so my body could finally cycle through what was inside of me to finally replace, and all the nutrients to go all to the right places. Blah, 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 all of that. I was doing it. And it took me thinking about them and just wanting to do better for them. I mean, shit, even for me, like I care for body neutrality. I care for just seeing my vessel for what it is, but wanting to love my vessel. And loving my vessels means taking care of it. It means giving it the proper fuel to be able to be a vessel. And it means doing the proper maintenance for my vessel to work properly for a very, very, very long time. And also, like, thinking about growing up watching Intervention. If you don't know about Intervention was a show where they would follow people that were in need of intervention. It was mostly like drug related, but it was also like self and like EDs and all of that. So it would touch a lot of stuff. From the age of 18, I started truly watching every single episode of that show. And that's how I knew I didn't want to do certain drugs. That's how I knew I didn't want to have certain labels on me. That's how I knew, like, I guess I just knew how to lie better to myself and others when I think about it, which is not good. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a fraud, because I'm not a fraud. I just live hard things, and it requires me to do a little more work. And not only that, it would be so stupid and what's the word? It would be so stupid and give me 2 seconds. It would be so stupid to think that some people are doing great. Some people are lying to themselves that they're doing great. It takes being like truly strong, bold, authentic to say that you're not doing great. It truly does. It takes authenticity to say that you're not doing great, because you're never all fine. You can never be fine 24/7. That's just a lie. That's just impossible, and that's just not the truth. So yeah, it takes being authentic to show to share the bad, and I'm sharing it today. Because as unfortunate as it is, I am so happy that I'm 20 doing this. I could be grinding. I could be trying to like make so many things happen, to make a shit ton of money, to show that I'm successful. But how can I uphold all of those things if I'm not correct mentally? Why do you think that so many successful people lose what they have from mental health, or from not using their discernment and just like following a certain way to live because they want to, without thinking twice about what they're doing? Like, I don't want to be that. I'm going to use my 20s as they're supposed to be used, which is to make mistakes, and it's to grow and to be a better person. I'm excited for my 30s. I'm saying that because I'm going to be 28 this month. And I'm happy. I have a good life. I was able to, after 6 years of working hard, working very, very, very hard, and on my self-awareness and on being better with the awareness that I was gaining, to attract somebody that was truly going to help me be better, allow me to help them be better, and for us to just want to be better for the other person, because that's just how it is. Like, for me to truly attract what my parents have, which is a partnership, which is a life partnership of many lifetimes, actually, which is pouring in each other's glass, which is watering each other's gardens. Like, my parents are truly the example that I wish people had, and I have it. And for the people that don't have those parents, I'm happy to be that example, because I truly am walking with somebody that truly emulates what my parents have, and we're able to show up for each other, and we're able to communicate. Like, it's just great. Get you somebody like that. Ayo, if like my man has been making me love my hair more, because as a black woman, I've had a hard time loving my hair. As a dark-skinned black woman with 4C hair, I've had a hard time in my life loving my hair. And that nigga gives me scalp massages all the time. Loved seeing my fro for the first time. Loved just seeing me at my rawest. And loves everything about me, is obsessed with me, and I grow to be obsessed with him just as much. Having somebody that has the hard conversation with you from the jump. Like, yeah, they're gonna react to something and maybe retrieve, But I never have to ask too many times if something is wrong, because he's going to communicate it so easily and so properly and so calmly and clearly, coming from a place of love and of wanting to be understood. And the best thing to freaking learn about healing, it'll be easier when you realize that shadow work and things triggering your shadow work happen so you can be in the place to receive what you want to manifest. I wouldn't have been able to truly love and bask into who my partner is if it weren't for the shitty fucking partner that I've had, for the shitty situation that I was in. If it weren't for me looking at myself and drop the mask. Masking is exhausting, and I don't have to do that with him. That's another thing about sprinkle life, is the moment that you realize that you're just masking all the time, that you're performing and trying to move as a neurotypical person in this world where you're not supposed to be, that's when you attract the best. And I'm so happy to have the men that I have, because he helps to heal me, and I love it. We heal together, and we manifest great things together. All of that. And if you're somebody that's listening to all of that and you're thinking, oh my God, I wish my man was like that, go get one. Go get it. Oh, you're gonna tell me, oh, a little piece of paper is stopping me from. If a little piece of paper is stopping you from doing that, go get it. That means have the hard conversations. And from having those hard conversations and you're not receiving what you should be receiving, get the fuck out and go get something else. Oh my God. No. Not even kids should force you to be in something, because knowing people who had parents who did the forcing to be together, to be each other for the kids, they fucking hate that shit and they feel that shit, and it's not good for the kid either. So don't fucking do that either. If you heard me bragging about my loving relationship that I worked hard to attract, go get it yourself. Go get you one of those, because they're great. Oh my God, is it beautiful? Oh my God, is it amazing to be loved for all the love? One thing that was nice that I realized is going on a trip, because by the way, you guys, I went on a trip to Martinique. There's going to be a video about it. There's even a podcast episode about it. But I think that this is more important for me to get out before I'm able to show the rest of everything, because this trip was also something else that healed me a lot. Being surrounded by people that look like me, being on a trip with people who are so real and so raw and so loving, and just being somewhere where nobody knows me and where I'm not objectified to the gods. Well, not too much, because it'll happen regardless of wherever I go. But like, am I done moving? No. I had a great trip, and traveling with my best friend Chloe was so healing for me, and that was something else that helped me, because like, I want to be better with being in front of the camera. I'm able to be in front of the camera when I'm controlling it, aka this moment right here, me doing my podcast. Like, I'm able to do that because when I'm by myself, hi, hello, I'm by myself, I'm choosing how I'm being perceived, and it's okay to be perceived. And I just want to be better. So be with my best friend and try my best to be in front of the camera more, and just trying to just fucking be, you know. Being is great. And I'm excited for the things that are coming in my life. I'm excited for the things that are here. I'm grateful for the things that are here. And I really hope that this blah blah of life, wow, almost 2 hours of me sharing this terrible thing, but so such an amazing thing to happen to me, so I can be ready for the things that I'm manifesting, makes me happy. I am grateful for it, and I'm proud of myself, because it takes a lot of work, you know. Like, 7 years of conscious working on yourself, of accountability, which accountability hasn't been there for 7 years. Accountability, it took me working on myself to work on my accountability, and it's been here for, I want to say I've been very accountable of myself for the past 4 years. But I'm not perfect. None of this conversation means that I'm perfect. None of this, me expressing what's been going on, is me trying to say that I'm perfect and better. Nobody is. I'm not seeking to be. That's the thing. I'm not seeking to be. I'm just seeking to be me, and I'm just seeking to be happy. And I hope that I can help anybody listen to this. I love that. And I'm kind of tired of talking about this. I kind of want to do a quiz. Quiz of the day. I'm not going to do the whole song, but quiz of the day, because a new show of something that I like came out, a new season, and I want to do a quiz that reflects on this quiz that I want to do. And so we are going to screen record, because I am still great at what I do, and I am here on the side because we're doing the quiz of the day. And today we're gonna do find out which Bridgeton character you are. Cue the push music. All right, let's start this shit. Describe your perfect date. An evening out at the theta. You love holding hands while watching something beautiful. An expensive meal followed by a walk along the river. The pricier the better. Going to a lecture followed by drinks to debate your viewpoints. You love a good discussion. Take out at home and lay in cozy clothes. You hate the fuss of going out. Okay, many things could be that. Not gonna lie, with my man, what we like to do, we do like to go on outings now. We love we are homebodies, but we've noticed that we prefer doing our little outings and going for a walk. So I'm going to say, but it's not because the pricier the better. I don't like, because it could be an evening out at a theater. You love holding hands while watching something beautiful. I do like that. But you know what? I'll take that, because I don't like the pricier the better. That's not the type of bitch I am. Continue. What is your dream destination? Rome. You not Rome, because I'm black. I'm not going to Rome. The Maldives? Yes, the more exclusive the better. Paris? I'm not going to Paris. Paris sucks. Iceland? You love all things beautiful and prefer being outdoor. The Maldives? I would have said, if it weren't for the low description, because it says the Maldives, the more exclusive the better. If it weren't for that, I would have chosen that. Iceland? You love all things beautiful and prefer being outdoor. That's my kind of shit. And I do want to visit Iceland, so let's tell Iceland for that. Because like that whole shit about being like, oh, let's be fucking exclusive, there's some type of like negative energy about that. Like, yes, I love exclusivity. However, I didn't like the tone. Like, the more exclusive, the better. It's giving cult, and I'm not about that. What is your dream dress? Colorful and daring. You aren't a fan of a comfy style. Shut up. Ah, fuck, I should probably... Give me 2 seconds. Okay, continuing. Comfortable and girly. There's nothing worse than a dress you can't breathe in. To be honest, fuck yeah. Form-fitting and elegant. You love a classy, beautiful dress. Understated and cool. You aren't into anything glittery and pink. You prefer chic styles instead. Oh, understated and cool? Yes, that is me, bitch. I don't like pink, but I don't hate it. I think it's beautiful. I think there's better ways to I've been trying to heal my hate for pink, and it's been working, okay? I love water. I have a pink water bottle. I'm working on it. It's hard, but I have a better appreciation for it. Choose your favorite meal. An authentic Thai dish. You love trying food from all over the world. Fuck yeah. Chicken fingers and fries. Anything vegan. Oysters and champagne. An authentic Thai dish. I love me some Thai food too. Give me that shit. If you have any Thai recommendation in Canada or anywhere in the world, truly, in Thailand, you know what? I'm manifesting Thailand. If you know great food in Thailand, please guide me. I would love to go, because Thailand loves my people. A stranger pushes past you in line. What do you do next? Take a breath and let them pass. Not today. You confront the stranger and tell him to go to the back of the line. Get into a heated debate with the stranger. You just ignore it. After all, you really don't like confrontation. I would tell them to go. Depending on how it goes after that, depends on what I would do next. But like, I would tell them that this is not it. So I would definitely tell them with who I am today, for sure. I don't fuck with injustice. Choose your favorite flowers. Sunflowers, done. Oh, that's a lie. Black-eyed Suzanne. What is a black-eyed Suzanne? Let's do some digging. So it says sunflower, the happiest flower is just like you. Roses, timeless, romantic and classic. The black-eyed Suzanne. What the fuck is that? Black-eyed Susan, black-eyed Susan. What is a black-eyed Susan? Black-eyed Susan, black-eyed Susan. Black-eyed Susan, black-eyed Susan. Scabba-dabba-doo, ba-ba-boo, scabba-dabba-doo, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, boring. So you're telling me it's boring? Boring. So no, not a black-eyed Susan. And orchids represents wisdom, and beauty, your favorite things. My favorite flowers are sunflowers. However, I fucking do love orchids, and I prefer how it was described here with the orchids represent wisdom and beauty, your favorite things, which, true. So, we appreciate that. Continue. What's your favorite season? Winter. You love sitting by the fire, cuddle up with a cup of tea. Summer. You love all the festivals and get-togethers that summer has to offer. Fall. You love the romanticism and the coziness of fall. Spring. The time to break out of your winter hibernation and take on the world. Take on the world. Okay. I love winter. I love all season. Something else that I love about healing is that I love all season because I love what they each bring to me. To pick my favorite, I do want to say spring. I love fall. Hehowever, knowing that winter is coming breaks my heart. I hate it. I'm excited to move in a different country where I won't have to worry about snow. And where I will still experience the 4 seasons in a different way. I like snow for what it is, but I fucking hate living in it. Okay, I love looking at it. I don't like living in it. What's that called? So, spring. I love springs because it means summer's coming, brings me out of hibernation. Love it. Your friends would describe Your friends would describe you as kind. You always lend a helping hand to whoever needs it. True. Smart. No one wants to get into an argument with you because they know they'll lose. Passionate. You feel all emotions very deeply and love the beauty of. I am all of those that are listed because the last one is loyal. You're a wonderful friend and people know it. God damn. As much as I am all of them. Oh my god, I'm all of them. It's so hard. I am very kind. I am very smart. Don't fuck with me. I'm a Gemini. You know what? I'll take the smart because I'm a fucking Gemini. And one thing about me, don't, just babes, just don't. So stupid. What event would you want to attend? An opera, you are very cultured. A poetry reading, you love having your mind challenged. Going to the movies, you don't need anything for FNC to be happy. A fashion show in New York, you love the exclusivity. Again! I love New York and I love fashion! But I don't like exclusivity. I don't like where it's trying to bring me. That's not me. That's not what I do. A poetry reading, that would be boring. I love the opera. I love going to the movies. God damn, what is it? An event you would want to attend? I love an opera. That's something that me and my man have in common. We love an opera. We love a good musical. Well, not all musical, but like a good opera. Love that. Oh my god, anybody that is going or has connections for me to be able to watch the Book of Mormon somewhere, please. I am asking the universe because that's what I'm trying to manifest for me this year is being able to watch the Book of Mormon. If I have to go on a trip to watch the Book of Mormon, I will do it. It would be even better if somebody decides to fly me out. So South Park people, get me the Book of Mormon. I just want tickets, 2 tickets for me, my man. Please, thank you. What kind of music do you enjoy listening to? Pop, you love singing along to a fun tune. Classical, the more piano, the better. Indie, the more thought-provoking, the better. Rock and roll, you love a good guitar solo. Okay. I do love singing along to a fun tune, but I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Classical, I do love classical, but no, not the more thought-provoking. I am an odd indie girl because thought-provoking can even be like just like opening little sensors in your brain that are provoking your mind to just enjoy this new experience that you're experiencing musically. Wow, a lot of words that I just said. Who would you most likely be friends with? The fun and mysterious girl you love, adventurous friend, your childhood bestie, new girls are intimidated by you, the loyal and shy friend, someone you can pour your soul to, the rebellious academic, you love a strong chick. I do love a strong chick. All my girls are strong chicks, to be honest. Now that I think about it, all of us are strong chicks. The rebellious academics. I love a strong chick. The rebellious academic for sure. All my friends are very smart, and all my friends are rebellious in their ways, and all my friends are just chicks that are great. What's your go-to makeup brand? NARS, you love the fun colors. Chanel, always. Whatever's cheap, you don't care about the fancy. Bare minimals. Whatever's cheap, I don't care. Well, that's not true, but I already chose it. What is it? Like Chanel is so pretentious, but obviously, because if you know about bare minerals, I don't care. Whatever sheep, don't care. I don't care. I you know what? I really truly don't care about the fancy brand. Like, it's just not something that I care for. That's just not the person that I am. Continuing. Whatever sheep, I don't care for the fancy brands. I don't. Continuing, which brand of clothing do you like the best? Valentino, no questions asked. Free people, I love a free boho look. Cause, simple, timeless. What the fuck is cause? The fuck is cause? What is cause? What the fuck is cause? Okay, let's do some research. Oh, cause is nice. Cause is okay. Like, I understand, and you know what? I think I'm gonna go with cause out of the three of them. Cause I know Valentino Beach. Like, no, I'll take cause because it seems nice. I like it. You got dumped. What do you do next? You lay in bed clutching your favorite romantic novel. You'll need a while to recover from this. Move in with your best friend temporarily. Friends are the only way to get over a breakup. Immerse yourself in a new hobby. That's immersive myself for sure. I do the new hobby. I do the new. What's your ideal dog? How many questions are there in here? A dash-in. You'd love to dress them in the fun outfits. I do love me a wiener dog. Very sad about their quality of life though. Dogs aren't a thing. You're a cat lady. No, I'm not. A golden retriever. And you love their kind. A chihuahua. Bro, I'll take the dash-in. At this point, I'll take the dash-in. What subject did you excel in at school? Philosophy. No question. Art, you should stay in the art studio. Drama, foreign languages, learning them comes naturally to you. Yeah, I did do great in language. Drama, I did do drama class and I loved it. Art, foreign languages, because French and English, those were my good classes. Hidden secret of yours. I hope. Look at me doing both. A hidden secret of yours has been exposed and people are starting to gossip. How do you handle the damage? As if you care about gossip, make sure to stick with your friends at all time. Confirm the gossipers and tell them to mind their business. Keep your head down and ignore the gossip. I don't care. I don't care for gossiping. Describe your perfect mate. The one that I have currently, my love, I love you. You love the strong alpha male type. You gotta love feeling protective. I don't think we have the same definition of alpha, but my definition of alpha is mainly a divine masculine, and that's what I'd go for. Passionate artist, confident and smart, funny and sweet. I love me a funny and sweet, and that's exactly what I have. Describe your perfect Saturday afternoon. Oh my God, how many things am I gonna I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna lean back. I'm leaning back. I'm tired. I'm leaning back. Working in your latest piece. What? Saturday afternoon. Working on your latest piece at the art studio. Shopping at your favorite designer store, followed by your coffee date. Reading a really good book. Cuddling up and watching your favorite TV series at home. The last one. I love cuddling. What does your social media look like? Perfectly curated with thousands of followers, lies. Basic photo of you, blah 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 blah. No, whoa. Filled with the latest news. That's not true. Only post pictures of art and beautiful things. There's no selfie anywhere to be seen. I don't take that much selfies, so I guess it would be actually very correct. Which item of clothing can you not live without? Trench coat, a little black dress, favorite funky scarf, black dress. I love me a black dress. Are we almost done? What's your favorite way to exercise? Running, definitely yoga, a nice walk, tennis. Working out is my thing, so I can't pick walk. Yoga, I love how zen you feel afterward. It gives running, mind gives your. I'll say running because I like that it gives your brain time to breathe. Whatever it said. Your birthday's coming up. What gift are you secretly hoping to? My birthday is actually coming up. How did you know? A ticket to meet your favorite politician? No. Anything handmade? A vacation to a European city? If it would have said where in Europe is actually interesting. I mean, but I was not in Europe, babe. I do love to travel. Diamond earrings, don't care. I'll take the traveling because traveling is great. I do love something homemade too, but I love traveling. What's your worst quality? You let your emotions get the better of you. You hate to admit it. You're a little bit materialistic. You tend to get irritated. You tend to get irritated quickly. That is me. That is I. Fuck yeah, I do. And I'm working on that. I'm trying to not do that anymore. Please. Am I done? Ugh, what's your dream career? Why do I have 1,000 questions? I love doing quiz. You think that I don't like doing them? I love it. Baker, stay-at-home mom, author, travel writer. I will say travel writer. I'm going quick now because I'm over it. You start to develop a crush on someone you work with. How do you handle it? Don't be with somebody you work with. Never get in a relationship with someone you work with. Do not shit and piss where you eat. You wait for them to approach you. You keep shamelessly flirting. You approach to your head on. You stay away and desperately hope they make the. To be honest, I would have been D because I stay away. And if I had a crush on them, they better make the move because it was not going to be me. Okay. Am I falling asleep? I want water. That's what I want. That's what I want. Your mother forbids you from seeing the person you're dating. How do you proceed? Fuck you, mom. That's not how I would do. You start seeing them in secret, hoping she never finds out. You respectfully tell her you're an adult and you can make your decision. I would just tell her that I'm an adult and I can make my own decision. Sorry, babe. No one can keep you from the love. Yeah, I'll tell her I make my own decision, and if it fucks up, she'll be there to catch me, because that's my mom, and that's how she actually is. She will catch you if you fall. If you fall, she will catch you. How many? You letting your hair down and enjoying a nice beverage. What are you having? Beer, gin and tonic, white wine, whiskey. White wine. I don't care for beer. Gin and tonic is not fun and delicious. Fuck off. Gin and tonic is not fun and delicious. You're fucking lying to yourself. What the fuck? No. What's your go-to hairstyle? Tuck back in a neat bun. I do love me a bun. It's in a ponytail right now. but I do love me a bun. The position I have right now, guys, is because my butt hurts. Like, as much butt that I have, after almost 2 hours, it's not comfortable on the floor. Person's room is the window to their soul. What's the situation with your bed sheets? They are... Okay, they are bohemian and cool right now. They actually are. You love patterns. I do love me a good pattern. How many questions do you guys still think that I still have left? Are you still... If you're still listening to this right now, please... Who am I? Eloise Bridgeton? Who the fuck is Eloise? Oh, it's just you march to the beat of your own drum and aren't scared to be yourself. You're ambitious, wanting to further your career and studies instead of chasing after a potential mate. People are drawn to your honesty and genuine heart. And you know what? That is actually very accurate for who I am. And on this note, that was super fucking cool as a move. Thank you for listening. I'm happy to be back. To say that I'm gonna post every fucking week all the time is a lie, because I don't got all of that to do. I don't fucking care to do all of that. Whenever I feel like saying something and I'm gonna edit, I'm gonna take my time, and y'all are gonna get something when you get something, and you will. Be confident that you will, because when I stop is because I heal, and I'm happy to stop to heal. Because I'm happy to be able to fully... Like, the work that I'm doing right now is work that people in their 40s or late 30s are going to do. And I'm doing it now. So, for the rest of my life, if I can just have a great time. A great time. Surrounded by great people and surrounded by love. Because moving with love is the best way to move. Why? Because self-awareness is the key to everything. If you want to be a good person, if you want to do better in life, work on your self-awareness. Work on being kinder to yourself, and work on your shadow work, and work on being nice. How many times can I say work, 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 work? I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Happy to be back. I love you guys. Bye! Hey, yeah, yeah. I'm going to do a really visual...